The Motor City Mustangs are hot, winners of 2 straight. The Chicago Dragons are not, one of just 2 teams with 1 win this season. Can a change at quarterback spark the fire breathers? The Atlantic gap is widening, with Miami 2 games ahead of the pack. Both Charlotte and New Orleans want a win to climb back in the race, so who's going to take it? And out west, the Salt Lake Hornets are in a battle with Dakota for the best record in the league. They welcome the stingy Albuquerque Atomics. Plenty of defense expected in Utah. We'll watch it all tonight in the Virtual Zone. Week 9 concludes here on VFN. Tonight, sit back and enjoy the glory of 3 times the football as 90 minutes of UFL football starts now in Chicago, in New Orleans, in Salt Lake City, across the country. We are underway. Motor City is the first to deliver the football to their opponents. New Orleans is the final. And we've got good action here tonight for you. I am UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine, and we're excited to be back for the conclusion of week number 9 before 3 straight game nights in week number 10, June 5th through the 7th. In Chicago, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, they have a new quarterback. That is the big headline today. Mike Roberts is the new quarterback in Chicago as the Dragons look for a change of scenery at that position after Logan Foster led Chicago to a 1-6 record. Chris Curtis with that handoff for Charlotte doesn't go much of anywhere. Meanwhile, Albuquerque's got a first down on their opening possession. This is a play fake, and that is Roberts deep down the field, incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Dragons. What up, Rochelle? Robert Henson, Think Outside the Box, Nathan Hall, Joseph, Guy, Clausen, and everyone else in the chats. Another end around for Albuquerque, and Shark Tarkington Jr. around the left side. He's got 26 yards on his first 2 carries. And Albuquerque's in business to the Salt Lake 45-yard line.
Go now, 18 Gator.
It's a 3rd down and 6 coming up for Chicago. 5.5-point dogs at home. New Orleans 4.5-point underdogs, and Salt Lake 6.5-point favorites. That pass knocked away by Colin Douglas of the Mustangs, and that'll be a quick 3-and-out for both Charlotte and Chicago on their opening possessions. Meanwhile, Albuquerque has crossed the 50-yard line, and Dennis Tolbert, their quarterback, has a connection in between the hash marks for a first down, and that's where we send our audio. Albuquerque to the Salt Lake 27-yard line. A lot of blue on the screen tonight. All light blues for Chicago with their white lids. Motor City in their darker shade of blue pants and helmets with the white tops. Charlotte in the blue pants, white tops with the gold helmets. And New Orleans sporting their white, red, white tonight. At home, we'll get to look at their first possession, as we will Motor City's first possession, as John Denham on his first carry loses a yard for Albuquerque. This is Whisker Lafouche on a play-action rollout, and that is a first down for New Orleans. Cameron Bailey with the first grab of the day for 13 yards, and the Claws have a first down. There you see Chicago's Jacob Vaughn leading the Dragon defense. Talk about adjustments this week. Everything happened for Chicago on the defensive side of the football. They have really struggled on that side of the ball. Keep an eye on Chicago's interior defensive linemen tonight, including and led by Marshall Crawford along with Ariam Harrison. You see him on the screen there, as Chicago focused on that defensive front a lot this week, trying to get some semblance of pressure on opposing pass games. Despite Chicago's talent, it's been a real struggle for them. Motor City riding a 2-game winning streak coming into this matchup. Albuquerque is tied for the final playoff spot as their drive is going to stall out on 4th down and 8. Tied for the final playoff spot in the West. Jack Brown taking off on 3rd down and 10. And Chicago's got a sack. That is Parker with the takedown off the defensive end position. So already a good start for Chicago's defense as they pick up sack number 1 on the day. Albuquerque tied for the 8th playoff spot in the West. Salt Lake trying to tie Dakota for the top playoff spot in the West. Salt Lake coming off of and that's a 41-yard field goal, by the way, and that kick is good. So Albuquerque is coming off a loss, but elected to make no adjustments or improvements this week to the squad. We'll see how they do in Salt Lake this evening. Nice punt return for Chicago all the way up to the 36-yard line. And let's check to see where, well, we're going to have a challenge in the bottom left-hand corner by Charlotte. So we're going to go back to Chicago and take a look at Mike Roberts on his second possession. Angel Maldonado asking about how bingo works. So the scores, the numbers called coincide with the scores on the scoreboard, the length of field goal, or the length of touchdown. So for example, Albuquerque just kicked a 41-yard field goal and now lead 3-0. So 41 and 3 are off your cards. Horizontal bingos win tonight here on Game Night. Charlotte coming off a loss. They elected to work on John Clements. He was dealing with a pretty significant injury that he powered through last week in the loss, but Charlotte trying to get him back to full strength. They lost that challenge, by the way. Jay Carter is pushed into his offensive line and just manages to throw that football away. Corey Preston with that last carry for Chicago, picking up a Dragon first down. Chicago's lone win of the season came at home against Fresno a few weeks ago, but have suffered a couple of pretty convincing losses the last 2 weeks. New Orleans is also coming off of a loss, and they hope to get a little bit more out of their receiving core this season. They don't pass a ton, but hoping when they do pass, they can make plays like that on the sideline, but that is ruled incomplete. Honestly, it looked like Cameron Bailey hauled in that pass. Get another look at it. It was on the Charlotte sideline. I think Chris Allure is going to be short of that first down. Oh, Bailey did not drag that second foot. That's a good call. Dylan Murphy with some tight coverage on the sideline. 4th down and 2. The Hornets throw short of the stick, so they're going to have to punt. Foster just gets rid of it before getting sacked down to the 20-yard line. The Dragons are our first team into the red zone this afternoon, and the Claws pin Charlotte back to their own 4-yard line. Excellent punt for New Orleans. In the Atlantic, our only divisional game today, Miami's 6-2. Charlotte is 4-4, but they did beat Miami earlier this season. So technically just 2 games back of first. New Orleans is 3 games back, 3-5. And if you want to get technical, they're 4 games back because they lost to Miami earlier this season. This is Mike Roberts, unclaimed quarterback. Quarterback spot is available for Chicago. He's off for a 3 for 5 for a 20-yard start tonight. John Denham on the carry for Albuquerque's up to the 48-yard line. The Atomics offense looking strong here in the early going. 23 yards on 3 carries for Denham, also unclaimed. There's no way, Damon, that you have a bingo. Every broadcast, your card resets. And we just got new cards tonight. So yeah, not sure what you're thinking about there. I think anybody calls a false bingo should be ineligible from winning bingo in that block. What do you think? First and 10 at the 29-yard line for Charlotte. Going to try to get it out to James Cooley. Nice move. James Cooley picks up 9 yards. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, if you have a winner, you post your ID number. This is Myers, jump ball, or excuse me, Mike Roberts combined Mike Roberts into Myers somehow. Second down and goal at the 5 for Chicago. John Clements' pass on 2nd and 1 is inaccurate. 2nd and 10 for Albuquerque, and they're going backwards. Denham dropped for a loss. 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line, and that is a Chicago touchdown. From 5 yards out, it is Corey Preston. It's the Dragons on the board first. And a good start for Mike Roberts' tenure in Chicago. Motor City's had kind of a crazy season. They won 2 games. They lost 3 games. They've won the last 2 games, trying to get to win number 3 in a row. Chicago's got something to say about that, at least in the early going. 3rd down and 17. This is a deep ball that is caught inside the 20-yard line. Down the sideline, that is Robert Martin Jones, also unclaimed. Look at the bottom right-hand corner. A jumping, leaping catch from Robert Martin Jones. Being defended by DeQuavius Locke, one of the best corners in the league. But Martin Jones comes down with a great catch. Albuquerque back in the red zone of Salt Lake to the 13-yard line, 4:38 to go in the first quarter. Robert Martin Jones, not much there on the end around. Motor City will get the football back. Charlotte's going to have a 3rd down coming up. 2nd and 9 for Albuquerque at the Salt Lake 12-yard line. Dennis Tolbert checks it down. Good open field tackle and a throwdown after a pickup of just 1. It's unclaimed free safety LaBrice Ruff. Horses in the house. 1st down, Chris Curtis. His first catch of the day for 7 yards, and Charlotte keeps the drive alive.
False start, offense.
False start for Albuquerque on 3rd down and 8. That's no bueno. 3rd and 13 coming up for the Atomics.
Check 55, Mike.
Tolbert, deep shot, incomplete. Oh boy, Jones is very upset. He did not get a pass interference call on that. Can we get another look at that lower right-hand corner? Man, I don't know. This is a good look right here. Ruff is kind of all over Martin Jones, but I don't know that he makes early contact. That looks like a pretty good play there from Salt Lake's defense. So another field goal coming. Interception. Jack Brown is picked off. That is unclaimed cornerback Garrett Ramsey with the interception. Chicago off to a good start. 33-yard field goal for Albuquerque is good. (6-0) Atomics, and we've got a 3rd and inches. Big play for New Orleans. That is a pick 6, it would appear. On the bottom left corner, that was John Clements throwing an out route. It is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Claiborne. He takes it all the way to the house. That's a 50-pluser. For the Claws, they take a 6-0 advantage. John Clements, who for the first time this season threw 3 interceptions last week, throws another pick here in the first half. By the way, all 3 of those picks were all in the first half as well. And New Orleans is up 7-0 with 2:19 to play. Closest team to scoring position, that's Chicago. 3rd down and 5 at the 41-yard line. Over the middle, Mike Roberts completes that one for a 1st down. The pass caught by unclaimed tight end Marcus Lloyd. just kicking around the tires on an idea, folks. What if you could have players on 2 different teams in next season? They would have to be in different conferences. You would choose different positions, but you'd have another team to root for around the very expansive 32-team UFL. You know what you think about that in the chat. This is Mike Roberts on the catch to the 31-yard line of Motor City, I should say, for a first down. It's unclaimed wide receiver 2, Abrayo Mebane for Chicago. Salt Lake's got a first down to cross the 50 for the first time today. The Albuquerque 48-yard line, first down Hornets. That's Alexander West with the catch. John Clements over to Cooley, and not much there. Third down coming up for Charlotte, whose offense still continues to be in a bit of a slump. You know who's not in a slump? Mike Roberts, in his first start for Chicago, back into the red zone are the Dragons. Stewart's got 31 yards on 2 catches, and Jay Carter goes down. That was on first down. Albuquerque bringing pressure off the outside. Unclaimed strong safety Rashawn Favors. Perfect play call for Albuquerque, runs right into Carter. Second down and 17. Handoff to Chris Allure for Salt Lake will make it a more manageable third down. Coming up tonight on primetime, Milwaukee at Houston. 2 teams that are right on the cusp of the postseason at the halfway mark. Eric Vincent and Tyler Falk have the call from Tejas. Comes your way tonight on primetime. This is Preston dancing and juking and jiving to the 14-yard line. 3rd and 7 coming up a lot for a little there for Chicago. Back to the arm of Mike Roberts.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
54, Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Let's go.
Ray Chapatulis breaking off 2 tackles. Bottom left-hand corner all by herself. Ray, 80 yards to the house. Touchdown, New Orleans. What a run for Ray. Her longest run of the season, 31 yards. That one goes for 80. And New Orleans is up 13-zip. Ray did not miss arm day. First and goal at the 6. This is a quarterback scramble from Mike Roberts, goes down. Loss of 4. That's 4 on the sack. Second and goal for Motor City. Extra point is good, and New Orleans now up 14-zip on Charlotte. That was a 1-play, 80-yard drive. She got 80 yards in 12 seconds. That means she would run a 40 in about 8 yards. Or in about 8 seconds, no. 6 seconds. Got to get better at the old math. End of the first quarter in Chicago, 7-0 Dragons. They're trying to build on their lead. Let's go to Salt Lake now, where the only team with possession at the moment is Robert Martin Jones and the Albuquerque Atomics. Let's go back to Chicago, where they're back at a break. Second and goal at the 10-yard line. Roberts hands it off and stuffed at the 7-yard line. That was unclaimed cornerback Quay Adua. New Orleans up big so far. Albuquerque shutting out Salt Lake 6-0. This is Chicago trying to get in the end zone down to the 2. Roberts 9 of 13 for 86 yards in his first game. Lloyd 3 catches for 20 yards. Fourth and goal at the 2. If you're Chicago, what do you do? Up 7-0. You're 1-6. Chris Curtis, first down. Up to the 37-yard line. Finally, the Royals start to get a run game going. Chicago will elect to kick the field goal. They will take the points. This is a 19-yard field goal attempt for Chicago, and that kick is good. $10-0 Dragons. 14-0 Claws. Two underdogs today at home, playing real good football right now in the first half of play. Clever play there from Albuquerque. Almost got the first down, but now it's 4th down and 1. Wide open on the outside. That is Charlotte's Ianojo Abaratsabo. Tackle made by Jack Toulouse. Shout outs to the ladies up front in Salt Lake, Nia Pangori, Skippy Curtis. They are on the field next, trying to get Salt Lake some points. We've had 3 teams score multiple times here on game night and 3 teams not score at all. Let's go to Salt Lake, and we'll watch and listen to Jay Carter and the rest of the Hornets' next possession. Full house set up for Charlotte. They flip it out to Curtis in the open field. Got a little bit. Chris Allure, 29 yards on his first 3 carries. He's been outstanding. First down for the Hornets, up to 50 total yards of offense. 2nd and 7 for Charlotte. Hand off to Curtis, not much there. 3rd down coming up. 2nd and 10 for Jack Brown and the Motor City offense. That handoff goes to Jimmy Lorenzo. 9 yards on his first couple of carries. This time, no running room for Hopkins. John Clements, 3rd down and 6. Got it, 1st down. Down the sideline. Nice little yak yards for Charlotte, and they are in the red zone. It's about time for the Royals. They have dug themselves a hole. That's Walker's first catch for 24 yards. The pick 6 thrown by John Clements. And the 80-yard touchdown for Ray Chapatulas. New Orleans with 2 50-plus yard touchdowns in the first half have gotten them out to a 14-0 advantage. Man, how about that Washington-New York game earlier this week? Sorry in advance to Robert Henson, who I know is in the chat, but that was probably the game of the week. Jack Brown on 1st down, tried to fit one in there to James Walters. Motor City's offense extremely quiet. 1 of 6 for 16 yards and a pick. That's James Cooley all the way down to the 1-yard line. John Clements already has 11 completions in 13 minutes of action. Cooley was wide open. Good open field tackle, though. Jack Brown finds his 2nd completion of the day. That's Ace Fennick with the catch, and Motor City's into Chicago territory. 4th down for Salt Lake. They throw short of the sticks to Chris Allure, and Albuquerque gets off the field again. 1st and goal at the 1 for Charlotte. Handoff. That is not Curtis, but a touchdown vulture instead. Scoring from 1 yard out for the Royals. The shutout is over in the Big Easy. Watts with the touchdown. Look at that punt. Oh, man. Lower right-hand corner. That one almost stuck right at the 1-inch yard line, but it rolls into the end zone, and Albuquerque will get the ball at their own 20 with 7:59 to go in the half. Kick is good for Charlotte. They're right back in it, 14-7. New Orleans on top by a touchdown with 9:34 to play. Let's go to Chicago, where Detroit has a 2nd down and 13. Motor City drops to throw to the 33-yard line. 4 of 9 for 36 yards is the Mustangs' passing attack. That is James Walters with his 2nd catch for 24 yards. Walters, a lethal threat in this league. 2nd Check that third coming into the week as that pass is caught. That is King Richard all the way down to the 7-yard line. Red zone opportunity for Motor City. James Walters now third in the UFL, averaging 110.9 receiving yards per game. Nice haul in there by Richard. Damon, most nights only one bingo card, but there are, every once in a while we'll do a promotion where there's multiple or you can win multiple. Did that last week. Just one to close out week 9 here. First down and goal at the 6-yard line. Jack Brown's pass is just dropped. Had the back wide open on a check down. Whisker Lafouche with his third completion, 3 for 4 now in the first half. As New Orleans drive will continue. Second down and goal at the 6-yard line for Motor City. Trying to get on the board. Hand off. Lorenzo dropped in the backfield. Chicago playing some inspired football in this first half. 7 minutes to go, third and goal. Off the sack on Tolbert, it's second down and 11 for Albuquerque, up 6-0 on sleepy Salt Lake here in the first half. Denham can't get much on that carry. Third down coming up for the Atomics. I'd like to see him take advantage of this slow start by Salt Lake. Jack Brown on a screen, set up, looking for blockers. Good cutback inside, but only got to the 5-yard line. Chicago's defense gets a stop. The flag in New Orleans, and a deep shot from Tolbert is incomplete, just his third incompletion of the night. You can see Tolbert miscommunication with his receivers. Charlotte's defense gets the stop. New Orleans elects to punt on 4th and 1. And Charlotte will take over at the 11-yard line. Down 7. This is a 22-yard field goal attempt for Motor City to get on the board. And that 22-yard kick is good. Had a lot of punts in Salt Lake today, and a lot of them close to being down inside the 5, but most have gone into the end zone for a touchback. That's another completion for John Clements, 12 of 17 passing. There's still 8 minutes to go in the first half. And again, with those 2 big plays by New Orleans offense, Charlotte's offense has been on the field a lot. (10-3) Chicago up on Motor City. 14-7. New Orleans on top of Charlotte, although James Cooley has yet another catch. 13th completion of the half for John Clements. Jay Carter will try to get away on 2nd and inches, and he actually lost yardage. Dixon with the sack, loss of 4, will set up 3rd down and 4 for the scoreless Hornets in the first half. Who would have thought that Salt Lake would be the last team to score in this game night block? Floater over the middle, almost caught off a deflection for Mike Roberts, but it'll be 2nd down Chicago. And off to Curtis up to the 46.
Watch the curl.
I'll never get tired of saying it, Portia. Hand off to Smith for Chicago. Will set up a 3rd down. Clements again with a throw. Another completion. That is 14 for John Clements in the first half. 134 yards, but his team still trails by 7. That's Walker's 2nd catch. First down for Salt Lake off the Allure run. 10 of 15 is Mike Roberts in his first game. If you've ever wanted to play quarterback, there's an opportunity. Now, quarterback openings in Chicago, San Jose, and Tennessee. Handoff, Chris Allure. Got 3 to the 41-yard line, 43 yards on 6 carries. And Chris Curtis is absolutely drilled on second down to set up 3rd and 7. Oh, Roberts missed a wide open receiver. That could have been big time for the boys in light blue. Deep shot, Jay Carter down the field to the 35-yard line. That is Noah Neely making the grab. Clements overthrows his receiver on 3rd and 7. And it looks like Charlotte's drive is going to stall out. Nearly an interception from Roberts. Oh, Motor City almost took that back the other way. Chris, a blur. I like that, Adam Wiseman. I might use that on a highlight reel coming near you. Against a blitz. This is a deep shot. Almost caught. Roberts again. Can't make it happen. Hopkins getting the first down carry for Salt Lake, and that run game starting to work out. There's a block! Blocked by New Orleans. Picked up. There he goes. The claws all the way down to the 16-yard line. Man, New Orleans is making all the big plays in the first half. Charlotte having to nickel and dime their way down the field, but New Orleans 2 50-plus yard touchdowns, and that field goal blocked. 2-minute warning in Salt Lake. The Hornets are driving, but they trail 6-0 to Albuquerque. That would be a major upset, although the Atomics are 4-4. They did lose their last game by 13 to Motor City, who trails by 7 right now. Now in the red zone is New Orleans. That is Trevor Neville on the catch, picking up 8. End around, King Richard. That's a really good play for Motor City. 9 yards on a couple of carries. 2nd and 2 for New Orleans at the 8-yard line. Jay Carter is also in the red zone. That pass down to the 7. Alex West with the catch. They tried the end around to Ace Fennick. That lost 3 yards. 3rd down and 4 coming up. 3rd and inches for LaFouche. Fires in the end zone off target. 2nd and goal. And Jay Carter's pass is incomplete. So now 4th and inches at the 6 for New Orleans. What to do? Whisker LaFouche just lost that one off his hands. Neville was wide open. What are the Claws going to do? 14-7, 4th and inches, 3rd down and goal. Jay Carter. Blitz is picked up. Carter's got all day to throw. Tried to fit one in a tight window. And that's incomplete, so now it's 4th and goal. This is a 23-yard field goal for New Orleans. They elect to kick it. And that field goal is good. What will Salt Lake do here on 4th and goal? Jack Brown just got a face full of dragon. And Motor City's got to punt it away on 4th down and 12. So we've got a 24-yard field goal. Lots of numbers hitting in the first half. 24-yard field goal is good for Salt Lake. So finally the Hornets are on the board. Atomics 6, Hornets 3. New Orleans also taking the field goal. They go up 17-7 over the Royals. And it's 10-3 Chicago over Motor City with 2:40 to go in the first half of play. All 3 games pretty similar in terms of time remaining in the first half. Check down to Preston, nets 4 yards for Chicago. They are the closest to scoring position, so we'll go there. Adam West, excuse me, with that last catch. Clements going long, and I mean deep. One-on-one coverage, it's caught! Oh, James Cooley, what a grab! A 56-yard catch for Cooley. Charlotte's up to 235 yards of offense in the first half. And that was a rocket launcher from John Clements. Cooley goes up to get it. And now in the red zone, just like that for Charlotte. Both Charlotte and New Orleans with some major plays in the first half. Clements is going to go down for a sack. Chicago's got another first down. Oh no, 2nd and inches for the Dragons. 1:45 to go in the first half. That's Lloyd's 4th grab for 30 yards. Second and 6 for Albuquerque, 38 seconds left. Tolbert fires, that is knocked away and incomplete. And now 3rd down for the Atomics, protecting a lead that has been cut in half. Charlotte is now out of the red zone, and there's another penalty. And they're going to move back even more. 2nd and 24 coming up. 1:15 to go for Chicago in the no-huddle offense here. And Mike Roberts stays on his feet and gets the first down. Roberts almost tripped and fell, but makes the play. Little fullback handoff for Charlotte on 2nd and long, trying to get some of it back. New Orleans was not fooled, and that takes us to the 2-minute warning. First and 10 now at the 20. Let's go to Chicago. Roberts back to pass, fires, caught in traffic at the 4. That was Ford on the tight end, Lloyd. And Salt Lake just got an interception. Pass picked off with 26 seconds to go by Willis. And the Hornets have life after a sluggish first half. First and goal at the 4 for Mike Roberts, available quarterback in Chicago. Playing a great first game. Roberts end zone, touchdown from 4 yards out. Chicago. 43-yarder is good for Charlotte. And it's 17-10, but Chicago now leads 16-3 over Motor City, playing the best football they've played in about a month. Salt Lake's got 22 seconds and 2 timeouts with the football on their own 49. That kick is good. Charlotte got the field goal to make it 17-10. So let's go to Salt Lake, where Jay Carter has a 2nd and 2 with 22 seconds left. Carter rips one to Adam West inside the 40. It'd be a 55-yard field goal from here for Salt Lake. They have 1 timeout left, 17 seconds left. Anything in the field of play is going to be their last as an offense in the first half. 40 seconds to go in Chicago. What a start for the Dragons. Motor City's got to find some answers. Their defense has been on the field a long time. Jay Carter going to take a sack back at the 46-yard line. Whisker Lafouche, nice carry for 16 yards and a New Orleans first down. So Salt Lake will have one more play. Just going to have to try to get something down the field, well out of field goal range now. But look at Whisker Lafouche on the lower left-hand corner, taking a hit, but keeping his wits about him. Draw play for Motor City, doesn't get much. Okay, final play of the half for Salt Lake, 2nd and 18. Jay Carter going long. He's got it. Alex West beats the defense and dives into the end zone for a touchdown just at the end of the half. Interception for Charlotte. Charlotte has gotten the football with 1:21 to go. Big plays in both New Orleans and Salt Lake. Alex West down the sideline, beat the press, and just has enough in the tank to stretch the ball out past the goal line and into the end zone. And look at this pylon cam, what a shot. Dylan Murphy with the interception. It looked like never, oh, what a play. That is maybe the best interception of the season. I did not note that the first look, not even the second look. But that interception by Charlotte is unbelievable. That pass was tipped by Neville and then grabbed by one hand, and now Charlotte has the ball down to the New Orleans 24-yard line. That catch by Alex West goes for 46 yards. And what a crazy turn of events in Salt Lake, because, I mean, Albuquerque was up the entire half. And then just like that, Salt Lake takes a 4-point advantage. John Clements fires that into the red zone for Charlotte. They have 46 seconds left and 2 timeouts off of a failed challenge earlier in the half. 253 yards for Charlotte, 206 of those through the air. Abarazabo with that last catch for Charlotte. 15 seconds left to go in the first half in Chicago, and they're just playing out the stretch there. 2nd down and 1, 26 seconds to go. Clements fires over the middle, cannot haul it in. The pass a little bit behind his intended receiver. Clements is going for 50 attempts tonight. Charlotte dug themselves a 14-0 hole thanks to an 80-yard touchdown run by Ray Chapatulis and about a 60-yard interception return. 3rd and 1. Clements, 20 seconds left. Clements has to get rid of it, does not, and goes down. Hobbs with the sack, and Charlotte will have to attempt a field goal. Remember, they had one blocked earlier in the half. That was another big play for New Orleans. Motor City in a pickle. They are down to Cincinnati by just 1 game in the Great Lakes Division. 0 games in the loss column. Not playing very inspired football. It is overcast in New Orleans. It is hot in Salt Lake. 90-plus degree temperatures. Surprise Salt Lake elected to go all black today. Chicago in the confines of their dome stadium. Chris Allur's got a first down, and Salt Lake starts with a positive play in the 3rd quarter. This is a 45-yard field goal for Charlotte. That kick is up, and it is good from their kicker, Jimmy Smith, who I almost credited incorrectly with that field goal, their punter for Charlotte. That kick is good. They've had 41, 43, 45, and 46 off the board. Crazy. Charlotte cuts the deficit down to 4 before the end of the half. 19 called numbers in the first half of Yugo tonight. Could be a big night for winnings. Alex West with another catch for Salt Lake, and they are the closest to scoring position. Start of the 3rd quarter in Chicago. Jimmy Lorenzo trying to get going. Check that. That is Austin with his 3rd carry for 15 yards, trying to get the Mustangs moving. Ray protecting the football, picks up 9 just before the end of the half. Chris Allur's got a first down. Salt Lake's in the red zone. The Hornets with all the momentum right now. They were down 6-0 with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Yeah, 13 as well. Good call, Adam.
Yeah, 60 Pittsburgh. Ready.
9:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hopkins with the carry for Salt Lake in the red zone. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 8 for Jack Brown and the Mustangs. That is very close to a first down. Austin with the grab. 3rd and inches. That is Jacob Vaughn with the tackle, the leader of the Chicago Dragons squad. Can he get another here? 3rd and inches. No, Lorenzo's got a first down. Motor City trying to chip away at this 14-point deficit. The other game's a 4-point difference right now at the bottom of your screen. Jay Carter throwing inside the 5. That is Alex West down to the 3-yard line. With those patented yellow sleeves, 252 yards in this game for Salt Lake and 3 catches for 64 yards now. Man, if Jay Carter was a righty, I don't think he gets that pass away. Salt Lake in the red zone. I'm UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine. Happy to be here with you tonight on the final night of week number 9. Stats from the week will be posted. Chris Allur's got a touchdown. Stats will be posted sometime this evening, tomorrow morning. That's a 3-yard score for Salt Lake. And how about the Hornets? 16 unanswered points. They are all over the Atomics now. 3rd down and 6. Jack Brown's completion is enough for a first down. That's James Walters with his 3rd catch for 35 yards. The final 8 teams that have not had a bye have a bye next week. And we have back-to-back-to-back nights of UFL action. Lafourche got absolutely destroyed, but New Orleans has a first down. Cameron Bailey on the catch. Back-to-back nights of UFL action. Thursday, June 5th, El Paso, Portland, Wichita, Dakota, Chicago, Phoenix, Houston, Austin. Jack Brown's got Motor City in the red zone. Friday, June 6th, Vegas, Cincinnati. That's spicy. Washington, Rochester. Can't sleep on the Knights, although Rochester clobbered Washington in the first meeting. Florida, San Diego, St. Louis, and Fresno. Saturday, June 7th, Salt Lake at Denver, New Orleans at Miami, San Jose at Motor City, and Dallas at Milwaukee. If New Orleans can manage to get a win tonight, that would be a little spicy. In 2026 in the UFL, there will be no quote-unquote bye weeks. The schedule's already spread out enough. We won't have to worry about that next year. 255 to 182 in total yards in favor of the Hornets. Dennis Tolbert is sacked. Flew right into James Neely. That's the easiest sack of his career. And Ace Fennick has a first down for Motor City. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Mustangs knocking on the door. Man, Albuquerque off the sack. Man, they got to get going here. They were up 6-0. They had this game. Oh my goodness. Shark Tarkington. Are you serious? I just saw a man fly. Jack Brown is sacked on 1st and goal. Are we not going to get a replay of that? That is criminal. What a move by Shark Tarkington Jr. And that's what that little smoke play can do to you if you got the talent on the outside. Man, what a great play. And then on 3rd down, Albuquerque cannot convert. Lafourche called for a delay of game, so 1st and 15 coming up for New Orleans. They're still up 4. 2nd down and goal. Brown into the end zone. Touchdown, James Walters. What a response from Motor City, 11 yards out. Good punt there from Albuquerque. Pins Salt Lake at the 14-yard line. They got to play some defense. Oh my gosh, Ray just murdered a guy. Hey, Adeli. Gee whiz, that man has a family. And he was credited for the tackle? Get out of here. First and goal for New Orleans. They're back in the red zone. Handoff. Chapatoulis not going to stop her. Ray's having herself a night. Touchdown, New Orleans. That one from 10 yards out. Man, how about the claws? Just when you think Charlotte is going to fight back into this thing, Ray puts another bolt on the door. 24-13, New Orleans on top of Charlotte. After the Motor City touchdown, Chicago's got the football back up just 7. That is Noah Neely with that last catch for Salt Lake. Saeed thinks he's got a bingo. Our 21st called number of the night. He certainly does. That is a bingo, Mr. Gore. Our first of the night. Salt Lake, I believe, called for a false start. It'll be 2nd down and 10 there. It's going to be 3rd down and long. Preston gets that last carry, but 3rd and 11 coming up. Ford's 3rd tackle. Allure not going much. It's going to be 3rd and long for Salt Lake as well. Allure's up to 70 yards on 13 carries. 24-13, Claus on top of the Royals. What a grab. In traffic, that's the unclaimed tight end, Dylan Boone. Reaching back for that one. 3rd and 9 for Jay Carter. Got it! Adam West down to the Albuquerque 46. Deep shot. Mike Roberts. He had a man underthrown, almost caught on the second effort. 4th down, Chicago. Motor City gets a stop. And Roberts is saying, man, I know I underthrew that, but you could at least have caught it a second time. Off the helmet and then all right off the hands. Ouch. Look at that. Boinked off the helmet. Man, nobody could get it. Punt coming up there. Boy, Salt Lake's on the move again to the Albuquerque 39-yard line. Charlotte's at the New Orleans 46. Two teams across the 50. Charlotte trails. Salt Lake leads. Play fake Carter. He's got Hopkins, and that is just shy of the 1st down, 3rd and inches. 1st down and 10 for Motor City. And that is Austin with a nice run. Chris Curtis on a carry for Charlotte, got a few. And Allure's got the 1st down for Salt Lake. 15 carries, 78 yards. Don't forget, coming up tonight, Houston hosts Milwaukee in UFL primetime. Eric Vincent and Tyler Falk have the call. Should be a great one. 2 very even teams on the fringe of playoff contention. I know we're just over the halfway mark of the season, but it's never too early. Chris Curtis, 11 carries, 32 yards. Jay Carter firing. That is caught to the 23-yard line. That is Noah Neely again having an excellent game. 5 catches for 66 yards. Man, has Salt Lake's offense woke up or what? They have 3 straight scoring drives. Clements, 1st and 10. Drive stays alive for Charlotte. Abarazzo with a catch. That is Clements' 20th completion. Jay Carter's got 19 completions for 256 yards and a touchdown. Noah Neely, 6 grabs for 73 yards. Clements firing, end zone, caught, touchdown, Charlotte. That was from 21 yards out. And the Royals right back in it. Joyce with the catch. Look at this pass. I mean, that must have hit Toulouse right in the fingers. I know it just said 22, but officially it's a 21-yard catch for a score. And now Charlotte is going for 2 to try to make this a 3-score game. And Clements is sacked. He had Cooley wide open, but he just could not get rid of it. Salt Lake's in the red zone. A hurdle from Allure. But can't get any further than that, and that's going to take us to the fourth quarter. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. Chicago's defense got to stop, so they have the football back with 2:27 to go in the third. And the football. 3rd down and 7, and that's the end of the quarter.
Don't be scared of it.
So Charlotte's 2-point try fails. 5:09 to go in the third. 24-19, New Orleans on top. Mike Roberts will hand it off for Chicago. It's 3rd and long coming up there. Back to Salt Lake. 3rd down and 7, trying to make this a 3-score game. And that is a check down to Allure, and I think I might have just jinxed him there, because they'll have to take the field goal, and Albuquerque stays alive somewhat, although barring some sort of catastrophe on special teams. That's 20 unanswered for Salt Lake. Mike Roberts has Chicago across the timeline. 16 of 26 for Roberts in his debut. It's a 23-yard kick, already off the board, but 20 is not. Field goal is good. (20-6), Albuquerque. Let's go back to Chicago, where the Dragons are in pursuit of a 2-score lead. Boy, Ray almost got loose again. 13 carries, 139 yards tonight for Tchoupitoulas.
Personal foul. Face mask.
What's crazy is Ray is 23rd in the league in yards per carry, averaging just 4 yards a carry.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So this has been a big-time breakout game for Tchoupitoulas, still averaging 10 yards a carry. A face mask on Motor City puts Chicago in scoring position. 1st and 10 at the Mustang 31, protecting a 17-10 lead. Mike Roberts fires near side to Colin Douglas, knocked away by Colin Douglas. 1st down for Albuquerque. They led 6-0 most of the first half. They now trail 20-6. They got to get busy. 11:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Dennis Tolbert, deep shot. That pass is caught. Robert Martin Jones. He is their offense. Tolbert 152 passing yards today. And Martin Jones, we'll get his numbers in a second, but I feel like he's got all of them.
On the set.
57, Mike 57. Bring it. Bring it.
152 yards for Tolbert. Oh, good pass knockdown at the line for Motor City. And 114 of those have gone to Robert Martin Jones, still unclaimed. Down the middle, caught, 1st down. Tarkington Jr. with the grab. Albuquerque starting to put something together at the Salt Lake 41-yard line. With a win, Salt Lake would tie Dakota atop the UFL standings at 7-1. Those are the only 2 teams with 1 loss. It's a 43-yard field goal attempt for Chicago. That's good. 43 already off the board, so 20-10. Chicago builds a 10-point lead. Salt Lake up by 14, New Orleans up by 5. Albuquerque's got a 2nd down and 18. Let's go there. New Orleans has to punt. Charlotte's defense gets a stop. Tolbert on a check down and a really nice open field tackle. Third and 15. Albuquerque needs a response. Deep shot, Tolbert. It's caught. Robert Martin Jones down the sideline and a face mask. Pass was a little behind Martin Jones, but he makes a terrific catch. And Albuquerque's going to have a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Not out of this yet. Wow. Atomics fighting back with 9:06 to go in the 4th. Another little end around. That one doesn't work as well as it's been working here so far today. 2nd and goal. Across the middle, James Walters near a 1st down, but did not get it. 3rd down and 1, Motor City. 5 grabs for 55 yards for Walters, but he's behind his pace. Handoff right up the middle. That was Denham. There's a fumble in the New Orleans game, and it looks like the Claws have recovered. Let's get another look at it. Oh, ball's out. New Orleans has a fumble recovery, and Martin Jones has a touchdown for Albuquerque. It's a 7-point game, and New Orleans has the football back. And when you think about this New Orleans-Charlotte game, Charlotte has moved the ball pretty effectively, but they have lost a fumble. They've thrown a pick 6. They've had a field goal blocked. They allowed an 80-yard rushing touchdown. Lafourche's pass almost intercepted, that one off target. It was a 1-yard score for Albuquerque. It makes it 20-13, 7:58 to go in the 4th quarter. That was a 7-play, 48-yard drive for the Atomics, and they're now down just 7. Lafourche in the red zone, taking off and run, has to slide at the 7-yard line. Meanwhile, Motor City, down 10, will be faced with a 3rd down and 2 with 10:20 to go in the 4th quarter. 41 viewers watching right now as all games are now in the 4th quarter as New Orleans is the last to get there. 3rd down and 2, Jack Brown's going to throw for it. Brown's pass is caught a little bit off target, but Walters comes down with catch number 6 on the night. 73 yards, approaching his season average of 110, 3rd best in the league. 3rd down and 6 now for New Orleans. Whiskey Lafourche going to take off and run, and Charlotte was all over it. How about the day for Jay Carter? 20 of 25, 258, a touchdown, and no picks. Whiskey Lafourche loves red zone rushing touchdowns. He has 6 on the season, but Charlotte made sure that he didn't get it. How about Salt Lake with a response? 28-yard catch from Alex West. Deep shot. Oh, Motor City caught it, and they were out of bounds. A little too deep there for Jack Brown and the Mustangs. So field goal time coming up for New Orleans. Can you believe it? It's a 25-yard field goal. That's the 6th number in the 20s off the board tonight, and that is our 24th call number. Charlotte with a great goal line stand after the Clements fumble. Noah Neely, another catch for Salt Lake. Neely is up to 7 for 85. The field goal keeps it a 1-score game for Charlotte. Deep shot, Jack Brown down to the 1-yard line. 8:35 to go, 1st down and goal for Motor City. That's Norton's first catch. DJ Barker on the sideline makes the grab for the Hornets down to the Albuquerque 21-yard line. What a response for Salt Lake after Albuquerque got their first points since early in the 2nd quarter. Salt Lake continues to move with great efficiency. 1st down and goal at the 1 for Motor City in the red zone. Jack Brown under center. Hands it off. Lorenzo walks in untouched. Motor City down by 4. Salt Lake back in the red zone. For Jimmy Lorenzo, who has been monumental to transforming this run game. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown in as many games. 20-16 now. James Cooley has a first down to the 38-yard line for Charlotte. Play fake Jay Carter on a 2nd down and 4. Fires it into the end zone. That pass is caught for a touchdown. That is Adam West with the score. Salt Lake answers a touchdown with a touchdown of their own. That's a 16-yard strike for the Hornets. And Albuquerque, just like that, is right back to being down by 14. There will be a challenge there. Let's go to New Orleans, where with 10:40 to go, Charlotte has the football, down 8. 2nd and 10. Clements, pass knocked away, 3rd down. And the gold shoes may have just gotten that for Salt Lake. Adam West's 4th touchdown of the season. Alexander West has 4 touchdowns as well. Clements on 3rd and 10, lost the ball again. Charlotte recovers, but Clements has got to work on holding on to the football. Charlotte will have to punt. Albuquerque needs a response with 5:54 to go in the 4th. And Roberts' pass is incomplete. Roberts a little bit more inefficient in this second half, now just 16 of 29. I am missing 27. Good call. This punt almost hit the pylon for Charlotte. But it will go out of the back of the end zone, and New Orleans will have the ball. 9:53 to go. Up 8, thanks in part to that lady, Ray Chapatulas. Thanks in big part, I would say.
Let's go. 8, read. I got one.
From 2 yards out, Albuquerque up to the 28. 5:50 left. That game has the least amount of time, and Albuquerque is down by 2 touchdowns. Robert Martin Jones, 7 catches for 144 yards and a score. Martin Jones' season high is 150, so he's 6 off of that. And I think he just got it. Martin Jones down the sideline, all the way to the Salt Lake 37-yard line. 30 yards after catch. Martin Jones, 179 on 8 receptions. And the 179 is now good for the 8th most receiving yards in any game this season. Motor City's defense gets a stop. They get the football back down 3. 3rd and 12, screen to Ray. And Ray fighting for the first down, but cannot get there. 4th and 4. Charlotte's defense gets another stop. Denham down the sideline for Albuquerque, down to the Salt Lake 24. Jack Brown setting up a screen. It goes nowhere. Chicago trying to hold on. Just 1-6 this season. But their one win came against a 4-4 Fresno team. Motor City 4-3. It'd be their first win over a team above 500. Charlotte's going to get the football back, down 8. Albuquerque's got the football, down 14. Motor City's got the football, down 3. Tolbert, 2nd and 13. Fires to the sideline. It's going to be 3rd and long. Jack Brown, incomplete, almost intercepted. Ernest McCray needs 44. Wow, he's been all over. 41, 43, 45. Tolbert, 3rd and 10. Got it. First down for Albuquerque. They're back in the red zone. Jack Brown is taken down on 3rd down. Under 6 to play, 4th and 23. Chicago's defensive front much improved today. And Albuquerque's got a touchdown. Unbelievable. The Atomics just will not go away. Curtis slips a tackle, and Charlotte near another first down. That touchdown for Albuquerque was 10 yards away. Coming up on the 5-minute mark of all games, that's when Hugo closes out here for game night. We have 3 one-score games. And Albuquerque's extra point is now good. You can see Mike Roberts just 2 for 7 for 29 yards in the second half as Chicago has faded. Dennis Tolbert 5 for 5 for 72 yards on that drive for Salt Lake. 4:26 left. The pressure shifts back to the Hornets offense. 4th and 5 for Charlotte. They're going to punt it away and have to play some more defense. This punt is a beaut all the way down to the 3-yard line. 2nd and 3 Chicago. Roberts play fake, passes caught, ran out of real estate. Don't think he got the first. 3rd and inches. Angel Maldonado, what is your card ID number? There's 6:34 left in the 4th quarter of the last game that has not reached 5 minutes. Time's a-ticking. Bingo card 16 for Kane Vasquez. Got it across the bottom. That's a good one. Our second winner of the night officially. Allure on that last carry for Salt Lake. Trying to hold on. Looked at Ray go. All the way to the 25-yard line. Charlotte cannot stop her tonight. 160 on 19 carries. Oh, pick, Motor City. Mike Roberts' first mistake of the day. Intercepted by unclaimed strong safety Tacoy Clayton. And Roberts can't believe it with 4:07 to go. I don't know what he was looking at, just didn't see him. 3rd down and 7, Salt Lake's trying to stay on the field. Pass, sideline, caught Alexander West. What a clutch catch on his own bench for 21. Motor City's got the football back. The first turnover of the day for Chicago. 4:07 to go. We are now under 5 minutes. Angel, I need your Hugo number, otherwise your card ID number, otherwise that's it. We got 3 one-score games right now on game night. James Walters with that last catch for Motor City. Going down to the wire. The last couple of game nights here in week 9, we have not had a ton of excitement late. Looks like tonight is going to change that. 3:32 to go for Motor City at the Chicago 37. Brown down the field, caught to the 24. That's Ace Fennick with the catch. Brown up to 235. Charlotte gets another stop. That's Fennick's 4th catch for 38 yards. Look at this punt for New Orleans, pinning Charlotte down to their own 4-yard line. Yeah, when all 3 games are under 5 minutes to go, we want to focus on the action. We had 26 numbers called tonight, 2 confirmed winners, and if Angel would post the card ID number, maybe we have a 3rd. Oh, Jay Carter sacked. He almost lost the ball. Motor City's in the red zone. That was a scary play, and it's 4th down. 4th down for Salt Lake. Look at this blitz. Screaming off the end, and Jay Carter almost lost the football. In fact, I don't even know how he held on to that. Shelton Malone with the sack. Handoff Austin. It's going to be 3rd down, Motor City, 2:20 to go. 3:25 to go. Charlotte's got the football down 8. Clements has to get rid of it and cannot. Now it's 3rd and 12 for Charlotte. Deep in their own territory. Cannot take a safety here. Cannot do it. 2-minute warning in Chicago. Clements back to pass. 3rd and 12. Just got rid of it. Pass down the field. Knocked up in the air and incomplete. Looking for Cooley, and I think Charlotte has to punt again. Now it's Tolbert leading Albuquerque's offense after the defensive stop. Jack Brown back to pass. That ball is inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Albuquerque's got the ball down 7 with 2:19 to go. Motor City's got the ball down 3 with 1:45 to go. Great knockaway by Franklin. 4th down Charlotte. They're going to have to live to fight another day defensively. This is Jack Brown. 2 yards away. Tried to take off and run and is sacked at the 8-yard line. Charlotte just gets the punt away. It's a beaut to flip the field. Charlotte needs a defensive stop. No huddle in both corners. Brown from the 8-yard line. Jack Brown, end zone, touchdown, Motor City, King Richard. The Mustangs take the lead. Now to Salt Lake. Albuquerque's got a 1st down. 2 minutes to go. Denham on the carry as Albuquerque comes out fresh in the 2-minute after the 2-minute warning. Ray Chapatulis, are you kidding me? 172 yards on 22 carries. It's 2nd down and inches. The extra point for Motor City will make it a 4-point lead. Chicago has 3 timeouts and 1:17 to go try to win the game. Dennis Tolbert wide up and down the field. Caught to the Salt Lake 39-yard line. 1st down, Atomics. They need a touchdown to tie. Chapatulis dropped in the backfield. Timeout, Charlotte. Shark Tarkington Jr. with that last catch for Albuquerque. Still in this thing despite being down 14 points multiple times in the second half. Tolbert with 1:13 left. Fires that over to Denham, who stumbles down to the 35-yard line. .102 to go in the 4th quarter. 2nd down and 6. Toss out to Chapatulis. This pass is caught by Tolbert. Down to the 22-yard line. Tolbert, the deliverer of that football. 305 passing yards for Albuquerque. 45 seconds left, and Martin Jones has 192 receiving yards. That is the 5th most in a game this UFL season. Tolbert, 33 seconds left, trying to tie the game. Nothing doing there for Albuquerque. They'll call timeout. Chicago, 1:17 to go in all 3 timeouts. They've got the football back, down 4. They have led this entire game. That pass is caught on the sideline to the Motor City 49. Mebane with the grab. 2-minute warning in New Orleans. 22 seconds left, or 31 seconds left rather, on the 22 for Tolbert. That pass is caught in the field of play. Albuquerque going to try to hold on to those 2 timeouts for the very end. 3rd down and 5. They do not want Albuquerque to have another shot at this. 14 seconds left, 13 seconds left. Albuquerque's running a little bit low on time here. 8 seconds left. Tolbert looking into the end zone. That pass is intercepted. Intercepted by Salt Lake, and they're going to get their 7th win. DeQuavius Locke with the interception to seal it in the final seconds. Oh, what a play. Looking for Tarkington in the back of the end zone. Heartbreak for Albuquerque. Just 3 seconds left in that one, and that one is all played out. Salt Lake's going to win it. New Orleans is attempting a 56-yard field goal to put the game away. That is no good. Charlotte's going to get the ball on their own 46-yard line. Man, 4th and 1 for New Orleans. You think maybe they go for it. That's going to give Charlotte pretty good field goal range. They trusted their kicker, and he failed them. This is a pass interference on Motor City with 39 seconds left. That is on Colin Douglas, and that will put the ball at the 30-yard line. Chicago still has all 3 timeouts remaining. This is Mike Roberts into the red zone, down to the 15, and they get out of bounds and stop the clock. Unbelievable. How did Chicago? They have done an excellent job in the 2-minute offense. Clements also has the ball. No timeouts. Down 8, and the tight end down the sideline gets him to the New Orleans 28-yard line. Roberts takes a sack. 29 seconds to go. Timeout, Chicago. Salt Lake holds on to beat Albuquerque 27-20. We have a second and a third nail-biter going on right now. Chicago has 29 seconds left at the Motor City 23. Charlotte has no timeouts left at the New Orleans 28. This pass from Roberts is caught down to the 1-yard line. Timeout, Chicago, 24 seconds left. Lloyd with his 7th grab for 93 yards. What a drive for Chicago, trying to keep their season alive at 1-6. Trying to snap a Motor City 2-game winning streak. Clements pass incomplete. 3rd down, Charlotte. Mike Roberts wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A busted coverage. And Meebane's loving it from the hometown fans. He was wide open. Chris Curtis pass on 3rd and 10. He dropped it. 4th down, Charlotte. Motor City goes on a drive, takes their first lead of the game. Chicago responds with a touchdown drive of their own with 21 seconds to go. 8-play, 75-yard drive in 56 seconds. 4 of 6 for 61 yards for Mike Roberts on the drive. Eric Vincent and Tyler Falk standing by. Milwaukee and Houston coming up on UFL Primetime. Reset your bingo cards and any bingo wins. 4th and 10, Charlotte in the back of the end zone, no! And it looks like New Orleans is going to hang on. And for all the excitement in New Orleans tonight, the defenses came to play in the 4th quarter and no offense could really find a rhythm. Charlotte fails the 4th down. Chicago does not fail on their quest to tie or take the lead. They do take the lead, and now 17 seconds to go in Chicago. 27-24. Dragons looking for their 2nd win of the season. Victory formation in New Orleans.
Let's go now. 30 base.
I think we might have time to check on Angel Maldonado's card. Oh, that's a good catch for Motor City to the Chicago, or to their own 47-yard line. 305 total yards now for Motor City. Hawkins' first catch. 11 seconds left. Motor City only has to get into field goal range here.
Here we go. 8-3. 53, Mike, 53. Let's go, tight end.
11 seconds, Jack Brown. Can't find anybody open. Jack Brown's got to get rid of this thing. He takes a sack with 2 seconds left. And Motor City's going to have to pray. We've seen one Hail Mary complete this season. Denver against Vegas. It forced overtime. It was an unbelievable game. It's a final in New Orleans, 27-19 Claws. Here we go. Jack Brown, for it all, puts everything he's got into it. Knocked up in the air, and it's incomplete. Oh, that was close. Chicago wins their second game of the season, and they survive Motor City. Mike Roberts, if you've ever wanted to be a quarterback, he's available. Just led a game-winning drive in his first career start. New Orleans and Chicago pull the upsets. Let's see, Maldonado. Card number 7. Yeah, he's good to go. Woo! Let's cue the outro. What a night. And I think every team just won with the same number. Chicago beats Motor City 27-24. New Orleans beats Charlotte 27-19. And Salt Lake beats Albuquerque 27-20. Wowzer. What a night here on Game Night in the UFL. From all of us at the UFL, I'm UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine. You can get the full stats for Chicago and Motor City and New Orleans and Charlotte on their individual page or later on this weekend at UFL.football. It's time we say goodbye, and it's time we say hello to Eric Vincent and Tyler Falk in primetime. Milwaukee takes on Houston coming up next. We can't wait to see you there. That's a wrap from Game Night. Everybody have a good one.